listening to High Minds, the podcast where we elevate the conversation on culture, sports, politics, and entertainment. Stay tuned for a higher perspective at the intersection of everything.
Oh man, what's going on?
Oh, I'm so sore.
Is this the real episode or is this the fake episode? What are we doing here?
I don't know. I don't know.
The world's weird, man. The world is fucking weird.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. So what's up?
Well,
what's up with you?
Nah, man. Just shipping sourdough today. Driving around.
Where's the farthest you ship your sourdough?
El Dorado Hills.
Oh,
It's outside of Sacramento.
yeah. My uncle used to live there.
It's like one of those, one of those towns that just kind of like Roseville. They just like built it. It doesn't really have much of like a personality. It's like all the buildings are the same.
Yeah. No, my uncle used to live there years ago. He actually ran for some political offices there. It's crazy.
Oh yeah. Did he win?
Yeah.
Lost.
Fuck no. He win. It was crazy, but it was funny.
Well, today, speaking of politics, Doug LaMalfa died, our representative. I guess we have no representative now.
Yeah,
he's been there. Wild. He's been there forever.
He's an old farmer. I used to deliver to him all the time, right there off Highway 99. His dogs were assholes. The meanest labs. The meanest labs. Meanest labs. Like, come after you, try to get in the truck to bite you. Labs. Like, he almost bit my supervisor that was with me one day.
Wow.
He's all, roll in and like watch out for these labs. Close the door. He's like, oh, they're labs. They're fine. Psh, watch out, bitch.
Almost got him.
I know. I woke up this morning and I just popped my phone open and I'm like, oh, damn. But he used to come into my work every year and beg for our vote. Oh yeah, I see
the union thing. Yeah, but like, I mean, come on, Republicans aren't really pro-union. Like,
no,
you guys are one of the biggest union Teamsters. That's a pretty powerful union.
Yeah, and no, he would always come in with his entourage. Everyone in suits walking behind him and like come in and give a little speech in the morning and like half the time I just leave. I'd leave early. I just like, fuck this, I'm out of here, and I just leave. But yeah, he'd come every year, and it was just basically begging for our votes. So, but yeah, it's wild. So I heard it was it some heart issue or something?
From what I heard, and I can't reveal my sources, it was an abdominal aortic aneurysm.
Yeah, that's what someone texted me earlier. But yeah, I guess I don't know.
I don't know if that's official news, but that's the word on the streets.
That's what I think the interwebs are saying. So
yeah, that's unfortunate. I mean, you don't.
I mean, it's sad. It sucks. You don't want to see. It's just shitty. But also, it's that type of living that I think it's that country living. Meat and potatoes. Drink whiskey. Drink whiskey to cure everything.
Yeah.
It's that type. Oh, you're sick? Take a shot of whiskey. It's that type of living. So I mean, that catches up to you quick. And plus, shit, for the last how many years has he been just sitting at a desk doing probably nothing? I mean, he wasn't like when I saw him the last time was in Washington D.C. Actually, at the White House.
You saw him at D.C.?
Yeah, he met when I was there on the trip. And with the class, and he actually came out and took us on a like special little tour. But that was the last time I saw him, and I mean, I didn't know he was only 65 years old. I thought he was like 75. He looked much older than he was. That's why when I was surprised when I heard 65, like, holy shit, I didn't realize he's that young. He did not look it, but yeah, it's sad. It sucks. I mean, you don't see people dying, but.
I mean, everyone dies.
I don't know, man. It's wild, but anyways, good. Rest
in peace, old Dougie Fresh.
Thoughts and prayers.
Thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers. Makes the world go round. Hey, what do you think about the NFL here? You got any? You got a Super Bowl prediction, real quick?
I haven't watched.
Yeah.
So right now? Who's the hot team? The hot team right now is what? Probably the Patriots.
Well, I'd say the hottest team right now, the Seahawks. They're probably the favorite.
Are they? They've been winning. I have the last couple of weeks. I've been busy. I haven't seen any games.
Jacksonville, actually, I think I'd say Jacksonville right now is the hot team in the NFC. The Patriots just haven't played anyone. You know, they beat up on the Jets and the Dolphins, and
I saw Mike. What's his name on it? The coach got fired. The Miami Dolphins coach.
Oh, he did.
Yeah. So did Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll got fired. There's been a few firings.
I didn't think he did. Did he get fired today?
Yeah, I think so. I thought I saw something about it.
Oh no, this top story, ESPN says to return as Dolphins coach.
Oh, never mind. And not him. It was Pete Carroll.
The GM got fired, I think.
Oh, the GM
in Miami.
They showed a picture of him and someone said fired.
Oh, yeah.
You know, those stupid.
Pete Carroll got fired, and the Browns coach got fired, and then the Falcons.
They extended him. Yeah, the Falcons coach too. I'm not surprised with that. Falcons have been going through coaches like every other year.
They just burned through them, huh?
Yeah, they can't get their shit together. But
that's the Falcons, though. No disrespect, man.
No, at all. It has been for years.
It's like Tottenham.
They just, always shit the bed.
Always, man. There's just those teams.
Yeah, so let's see who we got. Carolina. I saw Carolina make it in because for some reason I followed that because that whole division just sucks.
They all were 8 and 9 or something like that.
Yeah, all three of them, and the Falcons were the lowest because of the division. But yeah, I'm like, how do they have a deciding factor who goes? And they screwed Tampa. They won. They actually won a game. They beat New Orleans.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's crazy too because Falcons probably they have the best running back in the league.
One of them. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, shit. How many yards did he have this year? I think this is his breakout year. I think this was his best year. Bijan
Robinson. He ran for 1,478 yards. Yeah, and he had 79 receptions though too.
Yeah, no, he's a all-around back.
That's a fuck ton of catches.
But I don't know. Who do you think's gonna win the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I mean at this point it's so wide open. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if Jacksonville got there, and maybe it is Seattle's year. I don't know.
Let's see. Oh, I'm gonna throw out a dark horse here. Is the Broncos in it? Broncos are in it. Yeah, right?
The Broncos. They
suck, but I'm going Broncos.
For some reason, I don't know why. They got to buy, but somehow they pull it out in the last. I don't think they're gonna.
I'm going Broncos just because I don't know why. For some reason, that was the first team that popped in my mind.
Let's ride.
I don't know why.
For your Super Bowl pick, I'll go. Let's see. Let me see.
Somehow it's going to be the Chiefs.
Somehow
they're not even in it.
Patrick Mahomes.
They're not even in it, but somehow Super Bowl champions.
We'll go. I will go Jaguars. I'll go Jaguars.
Trevor Lawrence.
I'll go. Yeah.
Sunshine.
They'll lose to the Bills.
You remember that movie?
I mean, the Bills have the most pressure. Josh Allen, with no Lamar, no Mahomes.
I don't trust the Bills. The Bills, there's no. Bills are cursed. I think the Bills are cursed.
They seem like it.
That run they had where they just couldn't do it. Where were they in the Super Bowl? How many years in a row or something like that?
4 years. And then there was a backup quarterback who was on every year, and then he went to the Chargers and lost. So he did 5 in a row.
Damn. But 4 years and nothing, not even one.
Nothing. And the wide right that missed field goal. Remember that one?
Yeah, that was like they have the curse. Remember the Boston Red Sox curse? I think Bills have it.
Yeah,
the Bills Mafia curse.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. At least the Falcons haven't done that. I would be pissed off. I wouldn't be a Falcons fan anymore.
4 in a row.
If they went 4 in a row and lost all 4, I'm done. I'm done. Not even 1.
4 is wild. Or just don't get there so I don't have to. Like, people are like, oh well, that's good. They made it 4 in a row. Yeah, that means they're good, but that's like being in love 4 times and all of them just break your heart, just one after the other every year.
Yeah, no. I mean, in sports, the only successful season is a championship, unless you're rebuilding. That's the only time where a team that's they went 500 finally. Like if they're literally rebuilding the team, and they're at 500.
Or if they overachieve or something. Like New England, if New England loses to the Chargers, I'm not gonna. They went from like 4 wins to like 14. I'm not gonna be mad. But if they went 4 years in a row to the Super Bowl and they were like good every year, they had Jim Kelly and Andre Reed back, Bruce Smith, all those fuckers.
Yeah, no, if you're making the Super Bowl 4 years in a row, you have a good team.
You have a good team. You got to.
There's no way of you might get a team that might sneak in once, but
Right.
4 in a row.
4?
No, you have
even if you lose 3 and win 1, at least you can't lose 4.
Who was the coach? Was that Levy?
Marv Levy back in the day. Yeah.
Was it all 4 for him?
I think so.
Was it all 4 of him? That has to hurt as a coach. But then what do you do as an organization? Like, this guy's getting us there. He just can't win it. But it's like, I mean, because he's doing exactly what you want.
Marv Levy was the coach every fucking time.
I mean, imagine being the owner. Like, what do you do?
What do you do?
You want your coach every year, get us to the Super Bowl. I did it 40 years in a row, but you lost. It's like, do you
Hall of Famer.
fire him? Do you no, he got you there, but you can't so what? You get a new coach and then what? All of a sudden you don't. I don't know. I guess you don't know you're gonna. Well, yeah, that team was good. I mean, obviously 4 years.
That's the thing, though. A lot of times, like we're like, oh, you got to do this. You got to replace this. You got to replace the coach. Sometimes it's like, well, who do you get? Who do you replace some of these people with? Like, it's not just, oh, this guy sucks, to replace him. With who? With who?
The coach that was fired from the Bears. That's what happened.
Exactly. Some other guy got fired. It's exactly. It becomes like a merry-go-round.
Yeah, and then every now and then you'll get an offensive coordinator that'll get a shot.
Yeah,
and then there's a new coach, and then they're thrown into the bullpen with all the other guys.
And it only takes, unless you're a legend, it only takes like Andy Reid ain't gonna get fired or something. But it sometimes only takes one. You could be a great coach. I think the Cleveland Browns coach that they just fired has won Coach of the Year twice. And after one season with the Browns, like, what else is he supposed to do with, like, I don't know. Do they even have a quarterback? No.
That's one job where you're guaranteed to be fired.
Guaranteed.
Being a coach. It doesn't matter how good you.
Doesn't matter.
You could win 4 Super Bowls in a row. Mark Levy could have won 4 Super Bowls in a row, and then finished last 2 seasons. And after that second season, they'd fire him.
Yeah, Pete Carroll's going to be in the Hall of Fame, and they just fired him. Which I guess rightfully so, right? Like, it's time to move on. Like, it's not surprised that he lost his job, but
it's a weird job because there's only so many guys that do it. It's the same kind of group. It's always, this guy's fired, then he winds up in, some other city. If he's lucky, he gets a college gig. College is where to go. College is where you want to be.
You could probably become a local legend there.
Well, you get paid way more money.
Now.
You get pretty much, you get to run the whole fucking program and show. Where in NFL, you always have an owner. You always have, people always, squawking at you. In college, those coaches, they get to a lot of times run everything. It's their show. So they have so much more, I guess, say in doing what they want to do. I mean, I'm sure NFL coaches do, but you always have someone looking over
too. It's like NFL players are like grown ass adults with their own kids sometimes. Like,
yeah,
that's a whole different culture.
And they're even more drama than I think college guys.
Probably.
College guys are still trying to make it to the NFL. You always get some college players that are always fucking around and doing shit, but for the most part, those guys are trying to make the NFL. So they're fucking trying, like they're working because this is their shot. NFL, once they're in, those guys, that's what I mean. You watch every time you watch movies and shit, like a football movie, you always have when you look at the locker room, you always have guys that are just they don't give a shit. Once they make it, it's like, they don't care. It's like they come into what do they call them, prima donnas, and they just,
Some of them have to, but also sometimes, like, imagine being a baseball player. You play 162 games. You're going to go out and get dinner after you lose 10-0, and you can't be that bummed out about it. Otherwise, it's just going to it's going to happen like 80 times a year.
At some point, sports become a job.
Jokic knows that.
Yeah, it's a job. And
it's a job.
I think once you're out of college, you realize it because when you're in school and stuff, you're still playing, you're still trying to get somewhere, get it. Then once you get to the business part, pros, then it's like it's a job. You I think, gosh, I was listening to a few like players on podcasts and stuff of different sports, and I've heard it a couple times. A lot of professional athletes do not like the sport they're playing anymore. You know, they might have growing up,
sure,
but after a few years playing professionally, it becomes, like I said, it becomes a job. It's not fun anymore. It's you know, it's not just go out there and have fun. It's perform or you're fired, or perform like, you know, so it becomes this, and you see it as a job. Just like, you know, me working at UPS for that long, boxes, after a while, you don't realize that's grandma's child, you know, shipping a present to their daughter. Well, it becomes a box.
It's just a fucking brown box.
And it's woo, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, because you don't see it as someone's, you know, prize, but it's not in your, it's a box. It's a box. Everything's a box. Everything's a box. Just fast as you can, throw it. That's how it is, allegedly. And I think it's like in sports. It becomes, you know, when you're playing college, you're playing with a lot of times your friends, guys you're hanging out with, you're having fun. You are. In pro sports, you have friends and shit, but it's, you know, this guy's trying to fucking take my job, or this guy literally, you know, and it becomes like, you grow to hate it, I think.
I think for some people, for sure, you have to.
I think it's, you know, like any job, even a job you love, you have days where you're just like, fuck this job.
Fuck this. Yeah, fuck this job. Fuck these people. Yeah.
I think you have a lot more days like that once you hit professional sports, because that pressure is even more. Imagine being like a player in like New York, playing for the Yankees. The pressure to play for the Yankees.
Imagine that Baltimore Ravens kicker. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Fuck. I wouldn't even be able to go in the locker room and look at them teammates. I would like.
The shitty part is you're gonna have some of the teammates, some guys gonna be like, you know what, don't worry. A lot of those guys are gonna be fuck you, dude. And they're always gonna be fuck you. The rest of your life, you can see them 20 years from now somewhere, and they're gonna be in a restaurant somewhere, and they'll look at you and just go, fuck you. Like we had our shot and you fucked it up.
You had one fucking job.
One shot to get us to the fucking play. You have one fucking job and you so
that's a lot of pressure. The whole season comes down to this guy kicking it through those poles. And it was like, and he had, right when he kicked it, it was like, oh fuck, that's wide. It wasn't even close.
And that's gonna stick with it. And then the worst part is that's what I mean. I don't know, we'll see how it comes back. A lot of guys, they don't come back from that shit.
He's a rookie too.
Yeah, that could just be in his head the rest of his career. Who knows? We'll see what happens to him.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's like when Chuck Knobloch couldn't throw it to second, or from second to first base.
Yeah, that shit sucks. I remember that. I remember going through those.
No, yeah,
dude.
There was times where like it didn't happen often because I didn't strike out a lot, but there's times where it's like I can't fucking hit the baseball. I don't know why. I can't do it right now.
There's been times where just throwing the ball from third to first, you'll go a stretch where you like it sucks. It's in your head.
Yeah.
You get the ball and you're thinking about it the whole time. Don't fuck this up. Don't fuck it. And then you fuck it up every time. Yeah.
There'd be times that walking people like I can't throw a strike right now. I don't know what to tell you.
Sports are so much of sports are mental. I don't, you know, if you don't play sports, you don't realize it. It's like, oh, this guy's just throwing balls and hitting the ball. Like there's nothing, like there's so much mental to sports that it affects your game. If you're off,
even the best, like I remember Simone Biles at the Olympics, like she couldn't all of a sudden, what did she call it? The twisties or something. It's like, I can't do this. I'm going to hurt myself. And it's like, I haven't done obviously athletics to that degree, but I know what she's talking about where it's like, oh yeah, I remember what it's like to be good at something and then just fucking not be able to do it right now.
And you don't know why. And you have no idea why. You can go through every mental thing at night. You can go through every coach can tell you everything.
Yeah.
Until something in there just, I don't know. And it's weird. You don't know when it just happens. And when it comes back, it's like, usually like in baseball, what happened, it finally happened is a quick, like for me, it was like a quick play. Like something happens too fast to think about it.
Yeah.
The worst was a slow ground ball.
A slow grounder, roller.
It was the worst if you're slumping.
Yeah.
Same thing with hitting.
Yeah.
You know, you're up there and you're like, you can't hit the fucking ball. Like, why can't I hit a ball? I don't know. It's all up in the head. It does. So
or you get that one bad bounce, and then you get everyone after that. You're like, it's going to be a bad bounce, and then it's not. It fucks you up.
Yeah, but eventually, if you keep going, you'll climb out of it. It just doesn't seem like it. It doesn't.
No, because you don't know why it happened, and that's the hard part. It's like normally it's like, okay, well, I did this, and this is why that happened.
So much mental. It is. It's so much. That's a lot. That's a lot of things. That's a lot of things. I guess you just don't think about it much. I guess every sport is like wrestling. Wrestling was one of the worst for me mentally.
Mentally. Yeah, well, that's just mano a mano. That's one-on-one. It's you and
yeah. So and it's like you're literally both trying to, kind of physically hurt each other. You are and you're not.
Within the rules of the game.
Yeah, you are. I was always very, very, very rough, but that was my goal. It's like I need to push this person around, slap around, move them around, because mentally it'll fuck with someone. You go up to wrestle and you get I'd snap down the back of your head, and it's almost like a little punch in the back of the head. It wakes you up and makes you go like, oh shit, going down doing cross faces. Cross faces were crazy. Mm-hmm. Grinding that bone right there on that, just right across your face, just to move the head, and
it's not comfortable because you used to do it to me in jiu-jitsu, and there's a nerve that goes right down the jaw.
And then you start learning about pressure points. That's always fun too. There's like when you're wrestling, you hit a pressure point to make it it's
not comfortable. The body's
wild. That was mentally. Because mentally it is wrestling mentally is a big, it's because you're like, fuck, it's just
that's jiu-jitsu too, like
same thing.
When you are not being choked out but you're uncomfortable, relaxing and not struggling, like being able to not make a mistake, you don't want to panic, you got weight on you, you can't breathe so well, it's fucking mental.
Yeah, it's like calm down, control your breathing. The biggest one's controlling your breathing. Because once you start panicking, you start really breathe, and then it's over. So it's like you gotta especially when you're getting choked. When you're getting choked out, and you legitimately can barely breathe, you're wheezing, you're like to sit there for sometimes sit there for 30 seconds,
which feels like it's eternity.
Feels like 30 minutes. 10 seconds feels like it's crazy. But I mean, 30 seconds is a long time, but it is to sit there, and that's. So a lot of times in wrestling, you figure that out where you get someone in a hold like that, and it's uncomfortable. But if I let this go, so you're just holding, squeezing tight, not necessarily trying to pin someone. What you're trying to do is to cause that mental panic. Yeah. So I had a guy in a move where I couldn't pin him because of my arm was underneath him, so he was propped up on my arm, so his back was off the mat the way I had him. So I just kept squeezing, and panic starts setting in. And for him, it was because I ended up knocking him out. But it happens because I couldn't pin him, so I was kept squeezing until his body. But I mean, you could start seeing the panic, in their because the breathe, you do, and that was it. But same thing when you're in jiu-jitsu, getting choked out, you're in a triangle. You're just you can feel it. You're just like, oh my god! You're the anxiety, everything just starts building, and your mind's going, because your mind's get the fuck out of here! Holy shit, we're gonna die! It's your brain saying we're gonna die. We're not getting oxygen, so you start to panic. So it's that.
But it's when you panic that you try to do this, and then you make one move, and then it gets tighter.
Yeah, so the more you move, the tighter it gets. So it's to control your breathing, slow the breathing down, just breathe, and then just slowly work out, because the more you jerk and move around, it's just tighter. It's cinches, tighter, and and then the mental games start playing, and that's why when you're watching some UFC fights and guys are in these chokeholds, and you're seeing their face is turning just red, and it starts turning purple, holy shit, this guy's going, but they're still fighting. That is some mental fucking shit, because to know you're slowly going, you can start seeing it. I've been knocked out, and it's it's weird. It's this. You can see the world just going dark, and to feel that, knowing to sit through it and power through it, to keep yourself away. It is. So
the mental fortitude. Tip of the cap to anyone who plays any or does any sport at a high level like that. So now that we are here at the finale, we got to talk about it.
Yes,
because there's some wild theories out there regarding Stranger Things. So spoiler alerts to anyone listening.
I know it's
the latest one is there's a secret episode launching tomorrow.
Supposedly.
And I mean, I'm not saying that there is, because I think people are just having some coping issues, maybe, and they're being trolled, perhaps.
Yeah, I've heard this, and I don't believe it. I don't see it. The one I heard, someone was talking about the reason why was because apparently each season or something has to be filed with something with I don't know. And for some reason, the first 4 seasons of Stranger Things were filed, and I don't know. I was watching this for what they're calling it, that they have to turn paperwork in. Some shit like that. And then they said everything was filed except for season 5 of Stranger Things. All the other seasons were. I don't know. I don't think anything's coming of it.
What would be the point of having a secret, a fake episode, which I don't even know what that means?
It's supposedly this is what some people like. It's almost like Vecna's fucking with us all. He fucked with everyone. He mind fucked. Gotten everyone's thing, and then all of a sudden he supposedly is control. This is what I saw when supposedly controlling Mike to set what he did at the end, and I don't know. I mean, his head got chopped off.
Well, not really, because that episode doesn't count because it's all an illusion. Isn't that just the same thing as like, oh, that didn't really happen, it was all a dream?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I don't know.
Yeah. I think people are crashing out.
Yeah, I mean, you're also running out of content now. It's over. You had a lot of people that were, and because they're getting, and also they're getting, what do you call it, interaction. That's crazy. If you look at those threads, it's crazy.
Those videos have millions of views. All of those.
So as long as those videos keep getting millions, they're gonna just keep coming up with more. They're just sitting there watching the whole episode, just finding anything and everything in the episode, to the point where the book's at the very end, because of Will and who was next to him. I don't remember who was next to it.
Will,
Mike, the two eyes lined up, and look, it's 11. Like they're getting to the point where like anything like that is like that's 2 eyes. It's not it's 11, so 11's still alive. They're gonna it's to that point where they're like, I think they just sit there all day and just watch episodes and just combing over.
Okay, but don't you look like so if tomorrow happens and there is no secret release, don't you look like an idiot? Aren't you embarrassed if this is like, you put out this video and 5 million people watch it, and then it doesn't happen? You just kind of look like an idiot.
No, they don't care. They probably know it's not going to happen. They got 5 million views. They're getting paid,
and that's literally all they care about. Wow.
Yeah, for the most part, a lot of them, I think, it's just views. That's why it's clickbait. It's just a lot of clickbait stuff. Clickbait. It's like I said, it's their job. It's a job. They don't care. It's a job. It's like, I need views.
Create content that has a lot of views. That's it.
I think at the end, those creators, all they care about is views, because views are money. That's how they say it. Views, interactions is money.
And interactions, yeah.
With them, because if they're a content creator like doing that and they're getting millions of views, so obviously they're making money. And I'm sure these videos are making them a whole lot of money right now. If you're getting 5+ million views and
the irony though is then that the conspiracy theory almost does they almost did get mind flayed. They got Vecna, because it seems like the Duffer Brothers aren't that deep, and they're just telling a story, and it happened to be like linear, and all of them wanted it to be this like everything's connected, every symbol means something. It's like a Kendrick Lamar video, and by doing that, it almost creates like a self-fulfilling prophecy. Like they're under the mind control by creating all this crazy shit that just isn't there. It's just the ending would just happen. That's it. Yeah. And if there's any weirdness, there's continuity errors. That happens in stories. Like edits don't always work out so well. Like I don't know.
And are we like? I think are we giving the Duffer Brothers way more credit?
I think like so.
Being great writers. Honestly, I
think they're great at telling a story that emotes. I don't think they're here to tell like a thriller, like a deep sci-fi with a bunch of lore, and we have to connect every single dot. I think they were sort of flying by the seat of their pants, and they knew how to tug at our heartstrings, and they told a good story in that way. But I don't think they're like Tolkien, which is creating all this lore and all this means everything, and it goes back ages, and no.
I think everyone else created that.
Everyone else did. Yeah. I think we created that. Yeah.
I think and this is just, I mean, my opinion doesn't mean shit. I'm not a writer, but I think that they're not as good as they think. I think that's why a lot of shit, what people say, what happened to that? It's because I think they kind of just forgot. They forgot, like at the end that's why I say the text on, like, they just need to stop doing interviews, because I think every time they do an interview,
they put their
they're showing, they're showing that I think they're not as maybe
they're not to that level.
Yeah, no. Like with the whole at the end with the whole battle scene with the kids go up there with, going to battle Vecna, and they're up in the abyss, and all of the demigorgs, all that shit, nowhere to be seen, nothing. They actually weren't even in that whole episode, not even one, like nothing.
No.
They went to the point where they were, getting hunted, and then, Mike, did he kill them all?
Well, see that, and there are explanations, but the writing didn't fill in those gaps. No. We have to.
Yeah, and then they show up, and they're not there, supposedly where they live, and gonna battle Vecna, and like he doesn't call these things in to say, hey, motherfuckers, help! Like, and then they ask the Duffer Brothers about it, and they kind of just, they both kind of just like, well, we think the Mind Flayer wouldn't think.
He was surprised
kids would come up there.
Yeah.
Like, what? So in other words, you guys fucking forgot. I think they just fucking forgot. They just they were busy writing everything that I think they just fucking forgot.
And that's possible.
I don't know. And after that, I'm like, well, you guys, I don't think you guys are as I think everyone else made this show
something
more
that's
than
not
what it was.
Yeah, that's what I think.
It was a great show. It's not like the show was bad.
I think it becomes good or bad depending on how you view it. Like if you're viewing it looking for all those things, you're not going to like it because it might not connect, and it probably doesn't. But if you're looking at it because the score was great and the acting was most of the time really good, and it was emotional, and we cared about the characters, then you're going to enjoy it, because I think that was the intention of the. I think we created a mythology of what the Duffer Brothers are, I believe. Unless they really are that genius and the whole joke's on us. And maybe it is, like, but you'd have to be some sort of next level, like, supervillain to do that shit. Like, I don't think they did that.
No, and like, from what I've heard, that they didn't even have, I think they written the last like 3 seasons in the last like year and a half. Like, so I think they rushed through it. I think that's why there was a lot of just issues. After season 1, Vecna wasn't even a character till after season 1, I guess.
When they wrote all and recorded all, did all of season 1, and
so I think they wrote season 1 and then created everything. Like I'm like going, oh, what should we do? And I think that's why it took fucking how many years before we got known, because I think they were trying to, what the fuck do we do? I don't know. They were just making it kind of, I guess, every season. I don't know. So I don't know if that created issues instead of, I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. I didn't write it or anything, but it just seems. There was just, when you look at it back now and you think about everything and all the stuff that people talk about, because people analyze and tear apart every scene and everything, you start going, okay, yeah, maybe it was a lot sloppy. Because as you're watching, you're paying attention, but you're not, because there's so much going on. And then after you start watching videos and stuff, you're like going, oh yeah, fuck, I forgot about that. Why didn't they do that? Or why didn't they do this? Or they did that. And when did they do this? Like, and then I think, like I said before, the internet blew it up so much that it's like it was way up here, And then you like, if you're a big fan, because it was a great show, it was. If you're a good fan, you don't care. Like most people, I don't care. So, and then you have the other half that are actual like purists, like music purists. They like movie purists, like they want, great movie, and they're just like, what was this shit? Like, you guys missed this, you guys missed this, you guys did this. It was like, I think it was the hype kind of helped and not hurt, but created this whole like side of the internet of people now, like not upset, but like you're just hearing all this, like, I don't know. I get a lot of it now, probably because it's on my feed, but people complain. People love to complain about shit and everything and
everything.
And I think it's just created that big of a thing because I don't know. Like I said, Duffer Brothers could be fucking with us all. I don't think they give a shit. I don't think they care. They're making shit now. They're going to get the green light on anything and everything because people will watch. So they're going to start creating other shows. I know they want to do a live action. They're going to do live action and
which by all means go for it. I don't know. Like I'm not. Maybe it'll be good. Maybe it won't. I think sometimes you run out of the magic though. Like the magic is done. Like let the show just be the show and be done.
Yeah.
I'm not really saying that to the Duffer Brothers. They can create whatever the fuck they want. But if it just becomes, oh, we made a bunch of money, now we can piggyback on that, then I don't like that.
Yeah, and I don't know. We'll see what they do. I think if they were just going to want to make a bunch of money, I don't know. I just think I think they screwed up with the Stranger Things in a way of having such a long period in between. Because I think
that's tough.
That shortened the story. I think that shortened the story a lot because the kids were getting older and they're changing. I mean, in those ages, they changed so much. Look at season 1 to like now, how much they've changed. And you're still trying to tell me that, oh, it's only been a year or year and a half. Yeah. Like they're fucking adults now. They were kids like supposedly like 3 or 4 seasons ago. So I think that changed. I think it hurt them in the long run because I think that year, 2 year or whatever, year and a half. How long was it, or 3? How many years was it?
Between 4 and 5 was 2.5 years.
Yeah, that killed. They should have had at least 1 to 2 more seasons, 1 season at least. And I think they could have told the story better. I think they could have went into more of the characters that we wanted to see. Like, why is this here? Why is this person? What is this like? I think it going that long, it shortened it. They're getting older. They're turning. I mean, they're like in their 20s. You're trying to tell me they're
yes.
So I think
not as bad as 90210 back in the day.
Oh, nah.
Luke Perry's like in his 30s.
Yeah, high school he's in high school.
That was wild.
That's funny. Yeah. So I think that kind of hurt a little bit of that 2.5 years of nothing.
I don't think it hurt their bottom line though.
No, it didn't do that. But I think the story, I think they could have told a better, they could have explained, well, not told a better story, but they could have expanded on the characters a little more. Sure. And like,
I still think season 1 is the best episode, the best season.
Yeah, and I think that's because I think it was done well. It was written because they had time to create it and write it, and I think everything past that was kind of like going, "Oh shit, we got greenlight. This is amazing." Like fuck, like what do we do? Like oh fuck, let's do. And I think, it was like. I don't know if they thought they were going to get a season 2, 3, 4. So they were just like, like, I think, are they doing it on the run? Are they like sitting there going, all right, what are we going to do next?
I think the biggest cons I would have just about the show in general and the ending. I think sometimes like too many characters, unless you develop and have the time to develop them all, it can get muddy and it can get a little bit shallow and a little hollow. And at times there's just too many quote unquote main characters.
And they kept, and that was for me, they kept introducing them till the end. And it's like
till the end. Derek, Holly with a lot more of a role.
Yeah, Holly had a huge role in the last season. Season 5. I mean, she was kind of turned into a main character.
Big time.
And that's also what
I didn't need that though. Like, there's already too many characters that I cared about,
and that's what I didn't like. is you kept introducing these characters. Well, they were there like Holly, like perfect as Holly, where all of a sudden she became like the main focus. And it's like, then you had characters that we've been following for the last 4 seasons that all of a sudden kind of went to the back seat a little bit. They're there, like a Mike. Mike kind of got thrown in the last season 5, kind of just turned into like a supporting character a little bit, I think.
Yeah.
And Holly became more important than him. So it was like, and then you brought in Derek. I thought they should have brought Derek on earlier. It would have been better.
He's a great character. It's just yet another one that
was soaked up camera time for other characters that I was wanting to see instead. Like, I mean, even to the point of Steve and Dustin at the end, kind of, they were there, but it wasn't like it was before. How was this where people grew to love Steve and like they don't want to see him die?
Because we only had so many characters, and so they got a lot of screen time.
So their screen time got kind of disappeared. And then you had the whole Nancy and Jonathan kind of, they had their scene, their moment, when they broke up, but they weren't really, it was just, I don't know. It just, you start to focus on these other characters, like, why are we on this person now? Then you bring back the teacher, which, okay, I get that, but then, and then you add Dr. K. Dr. K was the biggest one. That was disappointment. I thought she was going to have some kind of, like, I thought she was there for a reason. Like,
it was supposed to be like almost like a new Papa, and with Papa we got the whole backstory. We got a lot of development, and Dr. K was she was just pissed off, fast walking everywhere.
She was just angry and just wanted to kill 11 or wanted 11 for them, and then. But we never got her story. Like, nothing. Who is she? Where'd she come from? Like, why is she so powerful? Why is she this high-powered one? Like she just all of a sudden appeared. Like, okay, and then I could suspend belief on a lot of things. Like, I don't want this to be realistic. If it was realistic, all the kids would have died in season 1. But you're telling me that the military just said, "Oh, Elle's gone." Well. Thanks, guys. It's been fun. Peace out. Hop just killed how many of your men? All these government and military.
Walk them down Wheeler, just bop, 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 bop.
11 disappears, and they're just like, well,
shit.
All right, pack it up, guys. Let's go home. And then all of a sudden, Hop's the police chief. Like, he just murdered a bunch of people.
Y'all can have your town back. No harm, no foul.
And something like that, that was kind of
it's just kind of annoying. It just takes you out of the story where it's like,
a little bit at the end. You're just like, but that's one of the things where you don't. At the time, I wasn't thinking that until after. I'm like, wait a minute.
And then I was like, wait a minute. What about the pregnant women?
All those pregnant women. I forgot about them also until after. Like, someone put a video like, "Oh, what about all those pregnant women in there? Like, they just killed them all."
Guess so.
And then the same thing with the wall.
And maybe they would. I don't know. Maybe they would. Fuck it. But
the wall. And the same thing. The same thing with the and this is a big fucking. It's not like it's this little wall. Like, this is supposed to be pretty much the whole upside down. Everything's kind of around it. Yeah. And all of a sudden this appeared. Like, that was like, where'd this come from? So it's just when you start. That's what I'm saying. When you go back and start looking at it, going, then you start going, were these guys actually that good? Or we just hyped them up so much. We hyped it up so much.
Because we love the show so much. We love the characters. We loved it.
And I'm not saying the show's bad. I love the show. I would buy the whole DVD set when it comes out, and I'd rewatch it again. I'm probably going to rewatch it again, anyways.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to rewatch it, going, oh, there it is. See, why did they do this? But I'll watch it again, and I always will. I love the show. But you just start going, and then. But that's what I'm saying. It's like, did these Duffer Brothers just hoodwink us? Like, did they just did they get us? Like, is that why they created such a stir on the internet about the show? Because we were getting, and obviously, like, these things were leaked purposely, like the table readings. The table reading stuff, I think, was a big one because that's where a lot of the like, you're supposed to be like deaths, how many people were going to die, all this, like, this tragedy, because they would do these reads and they'd show everyone just bawling, crying.
Mm-hmm.
So you're like going, so that just started stirring up the pot of who died, what's going on, who's dying, who did, like, and that's what started the whole, like, oh, this person has to die because they're reading this scene, or that, like, and it's almost like they kind of like, yeah, let's just throw it out there because we know it's gonna just, just shake the beehive, just where everyone's gonna.
Yeah, but then they'd say, "Oh, we don't know where these theories came from," and it's like,
yeah,
okay, I get it, like, but also you do know where they come from because you've kind of teased it and you've played it, you've played this a little bit.
Like, how else do those table readings get out? There's only so many people in that room listening to this, so there's 5 people this could have been because everyone's reading, and there's 3 other people standing around. Who leaked it? Obviously, they leaked it or put it out themselves. But it also makes all those influencers come up with all of these fucking theories. And then once you get some of these big influencers that have a huge following, that's all it takes. I guarantee they leak it to those influencers. They leak it directly to them. Like, here, it gets sent to them. Like, here's the,
But I think the funny part though is that like every theory was just so like twist into, and then the real story is just a straight through line. It's just
the simplest
shit.
Yeah, like if someone would have came out and just said, "Oh, they're just gonna go up there and kill Vecna and come down, and 11's gonna die,"
and maybe 11 died, but you don't really know.
If someone put that out, before the final episode, like that's what's gonna happen, they would get so much shit. People would just, oh yeah, fuck, they're gonna do that.
Do you
they're
even watch the show? Have you even seen the show?
It's the Duffer Brothers. They're not going to write something that simple. It's more complicated. They're going to have this, like, no, that's stupid. Why would they even do that? I would never watch a show if they did that.
Yeah.
And then they watch the show and then they're crying like, oh, it's the best show ever. Like, they just did exactly what, like, and that's what they want. I think we crave that. We crave that, like, there has to be more now. And I think it's that we're like in that era. I think, where we want, like, there has to be more to it, and they want to find it. They want to be the one to find it.
That's it right there. It gives us an exclusivity. I have listen to my theory. I have the one that's right, and I'm going to tell you why. And it gives us this special knowledge, this like that no one else has. Only me and my little crew of whatever you want to call them, whatever that thing is. And it gives us, it's like a almost like a superpower.
Yeah, and you get 5 million views, and you have 300,000, 400,000 people that are sharing and spreading your theory.
Yeah,
and they'll have legitimacy because they're these big influencers that have this, like I said, a table read or something. Like, how did they get that? They must have, some information. How else will they get that? And it's because, whoever's doing PR for Stranger Things knows exactly how to use the internet and use people and play with people's emotions and play with people's everything.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The irony is that it was the simplest. Okay, like this whole thing that like the simplest. It's the simplest story, and we got worked up in such a way to think it's the most convoluted, to where that the episode that came out is not the real episode. The real one's coming out tomorrow because we got Vecna, we got Mind Flayed. And it's like, yes, but that's not true. But in you believing it's true, it becomes true. You got played, but in a very ironic way.
Yeah. But then you also have, like, at the end, how they basically, like they said, oh, it's up to you to know if she died or not. That's in your own mind. Like, you can, Mike, that's his whatever. But like, okay, but you kind of pushed us to believe that she's still alive.
Yeah.
Because you made her do things and react a certain way that she, before, where we got duped, with the no nosebleed. No, there's things like that.
You didn't give her a nosebleed, so
that's on purpose. You're not going to miss that.
Right.
So you're kind of telling us, like, that wasn't, that was just, her hands twitching, which they make a point when you see, like, was it Callie? When they first found her, her fingers moving. They literally make a point to show you what she's, what she's doing.
That it's an illusion.
And then at the end, they show, 11, and she kind of her hands the same way, doing the same thing. No nosebleed. So obviously, you're saying that's an illusion. You have then they show you all the, those whatever her kryptonite things, whatever those are called.
Yeah, it was like feedback thing.
And there's like 8 of them or 10 of them. So you're telling us when you show those and you show the guy doing it, you're telling us that she has no powers right now. She can't use anything. Right. It's going to fuck with her. And you show her in the truck with everyone else. So you're basically saying everything that we just saw is not real with her in that scene. So, but then you're telling us, well, she could be dead. Like, no, you just kind of told us that she's fucking alive. And then you're telling us Mike's, well, that just might be a way of him to cope. Like, no, you basically told us and showed us that she's alive.
It could be, but then you did cinematography tricks to dupe us, and then that would be lazy storytelling. Like,
it would be if that's one. I think that's why, and that also creates we're gonna have another episode. We're gonna have more. Like, they have to have more. It creates that. Well, look, why would they do this? Why would they do this to us? And maybe they're just doing it to us. They're just fucking with everybody. Maybe that's what they're doing. They're like going, we're going to leave these Easter eggs. We're going to leave this Easter egg. We're going to just, who knows? 50 years from now, when they're like, however old they're like 70, they're going to come back and tell a story like, yeah, Stranger Things was our biggest scam. We just wrote a series and just said, they'll fucking buy it. Like, something's going to come out like, we didn't give a shit. We were just, you know what I mean? Like, well, fuck those fuckers. And it just took off. So we just went with it. I don't know.
Or they just wanted to write a good story, and this is the best they did. And there's
nothing wrong with it. It was a good story. It was fun.
Yeah. And they made mistakes. Like, why were the Demogorgons? Well, because it's just we forgot.
He should have just said, you're like, you know what? Yeah, we forgot. I would have been like, oh, fuck it. Yeah, all right. Because I mean that one was probably one of the biggest ones for me of like, wait a minute. Where
are the Demobats?
You just had this army of all these fucking like crazy ass like alien looking things with teeth in their head that look like a flat and all of a sudden they're gone. Like, we just got a whole last episode of them basically ransacking the town, and then now they're just disappeared. Oh, and the other one though also is, it's like it's almost to the point where you almost feel like they stole some scenes from other movies.
Oh,
because they were identical, identical.
The Vader in Rogue One, when he boards that ship, and that was from season 5 season 5 took that from Star Wars for sure. When Vecna walks in and he's all badass. Yeah.
And then with Max and Lucas downstairs, they stole that from fucking Jurassic Park. Like, literally, the raptors looking in Jurassic Park for the kids behind them, like a big boiler. And they're doing the same thing. And it's like someone showed the both scenes next to each other. And it's like going, did they save money and just used animatronics from Jurassic Park for this? Because it's almost like it's the same things what the Demodogs were doing and what the raptors were doing.
But also there was some continuity issues there, because Demodogs and Demogorgons hear everything.
That's how they find you.
That's how they find when Bob knocks over that fucking broom. And then when he's playing the music down there, and it's like, well, the dogs would have heard that.
And they're sniffing around. And that's the thing. Is like
the music's coming from over there. Like, turn off the fucking radio.
And that's what that was another thing about. Like, and then you had the mom just throw something, or turn that thing on to make some noise, and they all go sprinting towards the noise.
Yeah.
You're telling me they didn't go sprinting towards this radio that
there were issues there.
So things like that were just like, ugh. But then after I saw that scene in Jurassic Park, I'm going, holy shit, yeah, I remember that in Jurassic Park. And I'm like, well, dang, like you guys just took the whole fucking scene. It's like to a T, like exactly. I'm like, well, damn, maybe they had to save money on production and use the old technology for that.
Yeah,
it's like, why would they do that? You have to know exactly, because like
I think it's a nod to it. Maybe if I'm giving them the best benefit of the doubt, it's like in a nod to them to say, okay, that's what I saw for, because they're, they are nerds and they wrote this for nerds. So, and having it replicate, like a Vader scene is pretty nerd. Like nerds are going to pick that up,
which is cool if they do it. But I'm hoping like I think that's how it went. Like they're just kind of doing that. Like, oh, I hope or. Then I hope it's not like, remember that one time in Jurassic Park they did that? Like, maybe we should do that. And like, let's do that. I just hope it's not like that shit. Like, remember this movie? Let's do that. That was cool.
There's somewhere in between that and being the biggest genius writers of all time. There's somewhere in between.
And that's what I'm like, I'm like, and I'm like, okay. I don't know. I'm not a writer.
But yeah, they should stop doing interviews. I don't think you need to answer all the questions to everything all the time. Like, I don't know if I genuinely think there's going to be some people who are always looking to not enjoy things. They just want to complain. And you should be held to a standard of like, hey, fair play if you pick up on things that I didn't notice. But also we just got to learn how to enjoy things, and then just be like, well, what's it mean to you, man? Like, I'm not going to tell you what my poem means. I'm not going to tell you what my song means. Read the lyrics or listen to the song or watch the movie and draw meaning out. Like, if you honestly forgot about the Demodogs, like, just stop doing interviews and stop answering questions, man. Just be like,
I just don't see the point of doing it anymore about the show. Like, the show, unless they have some big bombshell thing to say. If you don't, then it's because I think you're not ruining the show. You're just kind of, I don't know. Like I said, when they said that, I'm like, once guys, just stop talking. Don't just stop. Just stop.
They're putting out the documentary, I guess, on the 12th. Just say, hey, go watch the documentary. This is how we.
It's like, because every time you do this, then it's like it shake the beehive again. Here they all come. Like, here's this video. Did you hear what they said? I'm like, that's like the same thing. Like when they weren't Jimmy Fallon with the little pops thing. They knew exactly what they were doing. They're trying to like, oh, Barb, let's get her out of here. Like, because they know it would piss a lot of people off. And they're playing, and I get it because they're playing the internet. They're playing, everyone on the internet because they know it's going to just make everyone go crazy.
If I wrote the story, I'd probably do some of the same things. Like if I wrote,
I know exactly what they're doing. That's what they were set out to do. They know exactly what they were doing, and it was smart. I mean, look at Thanksgiving. How many people were like crazy about Thanksgiving just to watch that? And then Christmas, and then New Year's. Like it. I'm curious to see how many views and how much what the numbers are for that. I'm sure they're crazy because everybody like. Gosh, I don't know. It's almost harder to find someone that didn't watch it. It's like everybody I talked to is like, oh yeah, I watched it. I'm like, geez.
They crushed it.
So I mean, what they set out to do, they did, and that's why I'm just wondering if they just like going, I can't believe this shit worked. Like, holy shit! Like, did they just ride the wave? Like, fuck it. Let's put up.
Well, there's part of that true, right? What else have the Duffer Brothers written before this?
I have no idea.
This is their big breakthrough, right? I mean,
yeah.
They did a horror film, Hidden, in 2015. Wayward Pines, never heard of it.
Yeah. So
it was pretty much.
This could be their only thing they have. This could be their one thing. What's going to happen is they're going to make so much fucking money off this to the point where they're just going to do shit they want to do. They're not going to do stuff to maybe, that's what a lot like some people do. They'll make a like this and just start doing shit they want to.
I mean, Stranger Things was definitely the first thing that they did anything. They've only done a few things.
Yeah, I've never heard of it before.
There'd be no reason to. So,
yeah,
just one of those things. You write that next great thing. It's like you never fucking know. And then they're like, shit, they want a second season. Fucking better start writing.
We need a villain. Yeah, because
they took a lot from Dungeons and Dragons. What's next on Dungeons and Dragons? You grab one of those guys, you know.
And that's the thing too. I'm like, now you think back and look at it and going, God damn it, this show kind of written itself a little bit, and they kind of just kind of followed the story a little bit. If you know Dungeons and Dragons, like you can kind of predict. That's what a lot of people were doing. Also, is predicting the show is like they just knew Dungeons and Dragons, so they going, oh well, in Dungeons and Dragons, this happens, this happens, this happens, and then you take those characters and you break it down and going, oh, he's this, you know, and well, there's your story. It's like that's what I'm like going. Are they geniuses or is it lazy fucking writing? And we just got duped because they followed a Dungeons and Dragons like template and they just like put something and it caught and they just like, holy shit.
Fucking lightning in a bottle.
And then that's why there's so many little tiny issues in there because they were all of a sudden, like, because they didn't have a whole story. They only had the first season. And like all of a sudden they're like, going, fuck, we got to make a whole story. Yeah. I don't know. Is that what happened? They was like, oh my God. Like, you know, like we didn't think this was going to happen. We didn't think we were going to get, you know, season.
Yeah, from what I heard, they had the whole first series or first season, and then Elle dies, and that's it. And Will's back, and that could have been a story.
No, I think that was it.
I think that was it.
Yeah, and that's what, like they said, everything else was created after. And I think that's why there's so many.
Run it back, and they're like, all right, now we got plenty more. You guys got more, right? Yeah, we got plenty.
Yeah. What would you do? Like you have this series come out, it's like, and it's a huge hit, and they come back on. Oh,
and if it were you and me, I'd be like, yeah, Andy, I told them we have a lot. We better fucking start writing.
Yeah, it's like, and they probably offered them a shit ton of money. You're gonna say no.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. And then you write it and it comes out and people are fucking loving it. Like, fuck yeah, we keep going. Like, yeah, you're gonna keep going. You're gonna make mistakes because you don't have the whole, you're literally writing the story kind of as you go. You're kind of like, you know, and I think that's why you have some little issues.
I tend to agree with you. And that's different than you wrote. Like Tolkien took 30 years to write The Lord of the Rings. It's like it's like all of a sudden you didn't get to the Return of the King and be like, it doesn't seem like he knows where he's going. It's like, no, the whole fucking thing took 30 years and that's the thing.
That was like a fine tooth, like that thing went like over and like written over and over. Like someone like, that 30, like Stranger Things was literally written after season 1. And I don't even think all of it. They probably just wrote the next season and like got to that one, like going, oh fuck, we gotta. What are we doing? We gotta do this, and then you start kind of building the story. But then they have that 2.5 years. Like fuck, everyone got older, everything, and I think it's almost like
Millie Bobby Brown has a kid.
Yeah, and I think it's like you it keeps going, and you just kind of you got to ride that wave. It's like fuck, and people are loving it. And I think in that you're gonna make mistakes because it's not like you said, it's not gone over and over, and people are going, well, wait a minute, why aren't you talking about the like? It's just like fuck, because now we got to work on season 3. Like holy shit, we got season 3 coming up. We got to, and I think you don't go back and I don't know. I think it's just not poorly written. It's just I think written really fast, and not and then after. Like I said, with the the ending without all those fucking guys, like kind of, I think they both kind of like, he just didn't think they were gonna be there. Like what?
So like, I think you guys are here. Shit, I didn't think you knew how to get here.
Yeah,
I put my dogs out back. They're just fucking. They're on vacation. I gave them all vacation in the same week.
That's why. I've seen some memes. It's been funny. Like it shows all the like demigorgs like wearing Hawaiian shirts, like at a bar, like taking selfies while Vecna's on the thing, just dead onto the side,
crashing out.
They all went on vacation. But that's what was funny. I'm like, well, I don't know. I think maybe a little bit of that happened. Like things just kind of like, oh shit.
No Demobats. Like the Abyss was way safer than the Upside Down.
Yeah, like it looked like fucking Las Vegas driving a mile out of town.
and I'm assuming it appeared hot, but really was cold because it looked hot as fuck, and I didn't think the Mind Flayer liked heat.
No, that's how they controlled that's they would burn it to
Yeah,
because it hurt it. That's how they were.
but that place looked hot where he was kicking it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of that's why I said you go back and watch things now. It's kind of funny. Like I think we might have been duped a little bit to think like it was like this amazing, just like they're thinking so far out of the box, like so far ahead, like they know what this is all happening. I'm like, I don't think so. I really don't think so. I think they were probably on the phone going, bro, what are we gonna do? Like, maybe we'll have like Joyce just chop his head off. Let's have her just fucking just to the point where it's uncomfortable for people. After like the sixth, after the third, like, they keep showing people like, is she gonna get through this?
You should have sharpened that blade up first.
Yeah, like, could you have found a duller fucking axe? I mean, she took a good 5-6 hacks to the point where after the third one, I'm like going, okay, like, all right, but yeah, I don't know. It's kind of funny. I kind of hope they come out like 10 years from now, like something like they're like going, we didn't know what the fuck we were doing. We were winging it the whole time.
We were high and smoking joints and just like, what the fuck do we do?
Like, fuck. That would be hilarious.
Hey, more power to him. Bravo to him. Whatever your writing, rituals are.
Yeah, and I just can't think of it. Like, I just don't see it dying. The Stranger Things. It's like they're gonna do the live action. They're gonna, they have that book, Joyce's thing. I'm supposedly they're doing another spinoff or something, or they want to. I don't know. And it's not gonna be necessarily about Hawkins, but then that's what also people are saying at the end. How when Hopper told Joyce that he's got the police chief spot at Montauk. That's where the whole story's about. Like, and like going, well, why would they be going back there? And then like, the guy like, and how all like Steve was dressed and Nancy were dressed like all professional, and after that end scene, and I don't know. They said, are they getting a spinoff or like who knows? I mean, I don't know. They're gonna say no. Obviously, they have to, but who knows? It wouldn't surprise me if in a year or two you hear something of like, oh, they're something else. I
think the only thing that's going to surprise me is if you go on Netflix tomorrow and it says Stranger Things new episode, you'd be like,
yeah,
oh my fucking god.
If it is, I don't. It's not going to happen. There's no way. There's no way.
There's got to be about a 0% chance of that happening.
There's no way.
I'm gonna laugh. I don't even know. This world's fucking wild.
That's what I'm saying. I think no, but if it happened, I'd just be like, I mean, tracks. Right. It tracks with the world we live in.
I suppose I'll watch it.
It would probably be one of the most watched episodes. I think you'll have people that didn't even watch the show just watch it, just go, what the fuck? Like they just want to see like what? Like
what is happening?
They duped I mean, could you imagine though? You just duped everybody. Like,
and then by watching the last episode, all of these so-called errors they are that genius. They are,
and
they are the Stephen Hawking of writing.
Yeah, it all comes together. You're like going,
they're aliens. They're the aliens. They're fucking here from another planet telling the story.
Like, I don't know.
I don't know.
I wouldn't bet on it.
I wouldn't bet it on it. No, but if you could bet $1, you probably win about $1 million.
Probably. there is. Yeah, it's that Dumb and Dumber. So it's about a 1 in a million.
So you're saying there's a chance.
There's a chance, and that's all these influencers.
Yeah.
So like they got like, okay, it's not, they probably know like this is bullshit.
This is bullshit.
But if I make this video, I'm gonna probably get 5 to 6 million views.
Yeah, that's what.
And I'm gonna make some more money. It's a 1 in a million chance, but you're saying there's a chance, and it's not happening.
Who are the people combing through everything, coming up with this shit, though? That's what I want to know. Don't you have jobs or hobbies?
That is their job.
I
that's
guess
their
so.
jobs. That's what they do.
Just come up with wacky ass shit.
To the point now where they're just trying to find stuff in the background. Like, oh, look at that in the background. And then dummies like me are watching it going, oh, did you see this?
Not because we think it's real, but because it's so fascinating to watch. And then that's how they got you.
It's over. It's over.
Of course it was over, and I was happy with how it went, and it remains a very important show for me.
I so hope like it was all just like, oh shit, we got a season 2 and like let's just wing it for the rest, and everyone thought it was this deep, like, oh, it's gonna all piece together, and like I hope it's just like, fuck it, dude, we just
got high and rode the shit.
We rode the wave. And we just started making shit up, and like I think, and I hope that's the case, because I'd love it so much more. Because it's just two guys. It's like,
it's just two brothers winging
let's do this. Yeah, let's do this. Or in D&D they did this, so let's do this. Like, you know D&D, I know D&D, so let's follow the story.
Follow the story.
They're buying it. And they're paying us hundreds of millions now. Who knows how much they made off this?
Oh gosh, plenty.
Mm-hmm. And that was another theory. Was someone said because the showings, I guess the showings in the theaters were free. I don't know if they were. Mm-hmm. Someone said they were free to watch it in a theater. And because of that, it was supposed to be the last episode. Like, oh, since they didn't charge, they can come out and say it was. And I don't know. It was something stupid like. People can't say a false advertisement. I'm like, it's over, people. It's over. I don't
let it go.
I don't think. I'm sorry. The Duffer Brothers are great writers. They'll be better writers than I will ever be, but they are not geniuses. And I just think they wrote a first season of a show that was awesome, and they wanted more. And I think they, like you said, just are we going to say no? Like, this is what we've been waiting for, I'm sure as a writer, they've been waiting for this shot. Like, we hit a home run. Like, we got to continue this wave. And I think they did. And it was successful. Fucking, I mean, probably, I would say the most successful Netflix show to this date, to this point.
There's merch and Target. There's the Stranger Things experience. There's a
Stranger Things experience in Vegas that's been here. That's here every day. And it's been here for years.
And
since season something. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's still here, so people are still going, and it's probably even crazier now. So it's like, yeah, they created this monster, and they had to keep feeding it because it was hungry in it. People, and they were just green light and everything, like season 2.
And the cool thing is, though, all the actors and stuff, they're like theater kids, and like they sing, they're talented kids, man.
Yeah, and as I said, I hope it is. I hope it's that simple. I hope it's as simple as the ending.
That's the beautiful part of it.
I think the internet and the influencers made it way more complicated than what it
had
was.
To be. Mm-hmm.
It's like no,
it was an 80s nostalgia where, of course, not all the characters are going to die. In fact, why would you expect it? Not the character. Do they die in Goonies? Do they die? Like, no, you don't need all the characters to die. Why are we doing that?
Who did we lose? We lost Vecna, and we lost
Collie, and
lost Eddie. You lost Barbs. But even Eddie at the time, Eddie wasn't a huge character. He was, he wasn't a main character.
Eddie's Boba Fett. Like, I don't think they expected him to gain all this status and following. Boba Fett dies in the Sarlacc pit. All of a sudden, he has toys made of him. He's only on screen in the original Star Wars for like 5 seconds. And then now Boba Fett turns into this huge cult hero. And that's Eddie.
That's Eddie. And it also turned out to be Derek. Mm-hmm. They had 2. Derek was the same thing. Just a character at the end that they introduced. And
that kid is
a great character.
I hope he has a good agent. And
he's going to be like, you're going to see him all over. Oh, yeah. You're going to see him in everything. He's. Yeah, and I think it's his personality too.
If I were a mayonnaise company, I'd get him because he told his friends that he was in a mayonnaise documentary.
Like, dude, you're gonna be like, what do you? I use Duke's mayonnaise, or what's the other brand? The big brand, Best Foods, whatever. Like, you're gonna start seeing him on these commercials. Yeah. Oh, 100%. Like, if you'd be stupid not to. If you're those guys, you're like contacting that kid right now because
it writes itself.
Yeah, it's like. And good for them because all of them that are in that show, all this is going to do is just catapult them in their careers, which is great, awesome.
It's really cool because Winona Ryder was like for season 1, it was like Winona Ryder. But all the kids found their own, like, I'm not saying the show didn't need her, but it didn't need her status. Do you know what I mean?
No.
Like, she could have been a new actor and the show would have done fine.
I think shows like that bring on someone like that because it will bring eyes at the beginning to the show.
Right.
It brings a little legitimacy, I think, to go like, oh,
Yeah.
she's an established, actress. Like, okay,
sure.
So obviously if she's doing this must be, good enough for her to like, well, yeah, like I'll take this project. So it'll bring viewers. And then, like you said, everyone who was the most famous past her, like there wasn't really anybody.
Not really. Well, I mean, in smaller roles, Sean Astin.
Yeah,
Riser.
But they were almost like such small roles. Like, in the first season they were, but that was another one. Riser, he was another character. I was like, I want to know what happened to that dude, because all of a sudden he was gone. I thought they were going to bring him back. Like,
so bad.
I would have, like, he was a major part of this story. He saved the kids. He helped them. He, like, that's why I wanted to know, like, why would he do that? Why, like let's finish that character, like his story a little bit.
Yeah.
And that was another character too. But yeah, so I think she was the one that kind of brought some eyes, brought some legitimacy, made people write, like made, writers put out stories on Stranger Things when it first came out. Like, oh, she's doing it. Okay, so we'll check it out.
Yeah.
And that's all he needed. And the story from there just took over, and that's why it became what it did, because it was a great story. It was a great show. It just, now I think, you look back and you saw all this stuff, and I think what happened. I think in my mind, that's what happened. I think they were like, holy shit. They didn't think it was going to blow up the way it did. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden they got all this fucking money. Just like, we want season 2. Like, here. They probably said, here's your budget. And it probably was a crazy ass budget for the show. Like, holy shit, this is what we've been dreaming of.
Well, and they've admitted to some stuff, because like one episode in season 2 was the weakest. It was like the side quest basically in Philadelphia. And they were testing that out as a spinoff. And it was like, no.
Yeah.
So then it didn't happen. And so that's what they're doing. It was like, well, we'll do an episode of it. And so I think that's true. They were winging it.
Yeah. And another character I wish they would have did something with was Dustin's girlfriend. Like, what happened to her? She played such a big role. Like, she played, to help them and do, like, she played a role, and then gone. Like, he just like just not even season 5. There's nothing of the first season 5.
Which is again, it's not like a plot hole, but you have so many characters.
Yeah,
that's when things start to get a little.
Someone's gonna get left out. Yeah, someone's gonna have to get left. So you don't have enough time. You just don't have enough time. You have all of these characters. You have first all the main characters, and then you have these big stories with those main characters, like with Max and Luke. Like, that's a big story, storyline in there. And then Dustin and Steve, that's a big one. And then Jonathan and Nancy, you have all of those, and it's like
love triangle. Yeah,
you just run out of time. Like, that's why I think another season, if they could have squeezed in another season, I think it would have been like, it would have smoothed a lot of that shit out.
Sure.
Because you would have been able to introduce Dr. K earlier, let us know like, oh, this is this, she's some high rank, whatever. Like a little. I don't need her whole story, like Papa,
something,
but like something to let me know, like, where'd this chick come from? Where, like, but it was like she was just there.
Why is Sarah Connor here?
And that was another thing too. They pushed, like, before it came out, like they were pushing her, like in the media, like she's returned, like, oh, she's going to be a part of this. Like, wow, it's this, So I thought she was going to have a bigger, more prominent role. Like, she had a big role, but
just not a developed one.
No, it was like, okay, she's just this high-ranking, angry, military, whatever, official, whatever her rank was, I forget. But why is she here? Like, what's? And then at the end, it's like it just ended. So we never got to. It was like you never got anything about her. Like, well, who the fuck was she? Why was she there? Who was she? Who did she work for? Was she work for like some secret agency in the government. Like, there was just a lot of that stuff, but
yeah.
But and I wish they would have went with more with like Murray too. I like that character.
He's pretty funny.
It's like how did he all of a sudden get a hold of a van, a delivery truck, and just deliver to these places, and military just lets him go through? Now, like, it's not like, how did he get this job? How did he get this gig? Where did this come from? How did that happen?
And he never took shit seriously at all. He was hilarious.
He was just laughing, giggling the whole time. It just what do you do? It was fun. It was a fun show. It was fun.
It was very fun.
Maybe it was made to be watched on edibles. So he's just like, whoa.
You just find out the Duffer Brothers are just a bunch of stoners. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah, I do hope this was just like, can't believe this happened. We winged it. And it created this crazy show and story and everything. Because
and now
I think that's the only good thing of 2025 is the whole ending of Stranger Things. Finally got that.
Yeah. And 2026 is not starting off on a great foot, man.
Oh, it's
Jesus.
I don't know.
Wackos.
I know. It's wild.
It's wild. All right, man. Well, until the next great show.
I know. Got to find another one.
Have you guys watched? You guys watch Outer Banks? I guess.
Yeah.
Pretty excited about the season. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I guess Outer Banks would be the next one. Yeah, I know. I've watched it.
I do like that show.
And there's another show I just started watching that's good. And I started watching with Sarah Natalia. It's about, God damn, what's the name of it? I gotta find the name of it. The Runarounds. Watch that show. It's a good show.
The Runarounds.
They're a band. I think they're a real band also now. You see them? It's like younger kids. It takes place in like North Carolina. Watch that show. It's a good show. It's a good show. I started watching it. Natalia wanted me to watch. Sarah and I watch it with her, and we watched the whole season. I was like, "Oh wow!"
What's it on? Do you know? Amazon. Oh, Amazon Prime.
Prime. There you go. It's kind of along the lines of Outer Banks.
Okay.
Same kind of thing, but with music, band music. So it's good. And they're actually a real band. They have music out. You can get their stuff on Spotify and shit.
That's cool.
But it's a good show. It's Outer Banks, like same kind of story, kind of. Cool. Well, not same story. I'm just saying character, like that era, like that.
Yeah.
It's that same kind of, it's not like Outer Banks as their, treasure hunters and like that, that. It's music type, but you'll get the Outer Banks vibe, like going, oh, he's kind of like the John B, and then she's like that, like that's like that. So it's good though. It's really good. I actually really liked it.
Elise and I are finishing up Andor. It's my second watch through. I'd say it's the best Star Wars show. It's fucking phenomenal.
I haven't seen any of those. And
it's really
I just never. Yeah, my kids are way into Star Wars more than I ever was. So they.
I would think if Landon's seen it, I wouldn't be surprised. And if you have, seems like it'd be up his alley. It's slower. It's a slow burn, but it's very into the intricacies of like the politics of the world and kind of.
Oh, okay.
It's cool. It's really cool.
Huh. I haven't. Yeah. I just haven't.
Yeah, and it's really well done. Anyway, until next time.
Cool.
Yeah,
Sweet.
Man. Catch you on the flip.